Hi everybody, this is Liam Martin from Running Road, and in this video we're going to be asking one of the deepest questions that the universe has to offer. Is remote work good or bad for equality in the workplace? Let's go. So in this video, it's a pretty serious video actually, and I'm not a very serious guy, so I'm going to try to be as serious as humanly possible. We're going to be talking about whether remote work has a good or bad impact in the quality or inequality in the workplace. Not the quality of the workplace, equality in the workplace. There are conflicting research results about that. I mean, there's a ton of people that you can talk to about that. Sarah Sutton from Flex Jobs is a fantastic resource. She has a really fantastic talk inside of this YouTube channel, which you should also be subscribed to because it's awesome. And I'll touch on them a little bit later in this video, but now I'd like to share some of my personal experience. Personally for me, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in my closet right now. This is my walk-in closet. That over there is my shower, and I work here with my partner, who we have a child together. We have a very happy life up here in Canada, although it does get ridiculously cold for a couple months, but generally it's pretty nice up here. And the ability for me to be able to gain access to work opportunities and my partner to be able to gain access to those same type of work opportunities, we really haven't seen that much of a difference between the two. Now, we're both Caucasian people in Canada. So I can't really speak much to that. But even here, as an example, I live in a province of Quebec where the childcare costs are ridiculously low. It costs us $16 per day to be able to have our small daughter go to childcare every single day. And in other places, like in the United States, childcare costs are like $2,000 a month. So it's ridiculously cheap, and there's a lot of systems in place to be able to give both women and minorities a real leg up in the work environment. But outside of that, I mean, there are so many other fantastic ways that remote work is empowering remote work, in my opinion. So this is something that I think it's difficult for me to comment on something because it's like, I kind of feel stupid commenting on something as a man, but we're gonna get into it, and please don't lambaste me or fry me in the comments. So first off, the positive side for women. Pre-pandemic, women preferred the work from home option more often than men, and there are reasons for that. First of all, remote work means more equal pay. According to data from the Pew Research Center, on average, females make only 3% less than men online compared to approximately 20 to 25% less in most Western economies. Now, one caveat of that data is that there isn't the same amount of disparity in virtual jobs as there are in like in-person jobs. So that's one variable that has to be taken into consideration, but it's really interesting to see this data and where it's coming from. This honestly can also be related to the fact that the majority of the remote jobs are digital, and the digital pay gap effectively is just basically much smaller than it is in other industries. Another reason for many women to choose remote work is that in many companies, the office still stays a bit of a boys' club fundamentally. I know I've seen that personally in the offices that I've been to, although I don't really like to go to the offices that much. Switching to a work from home model helps women to avoid some of the microaggressions that they would experience on a daily basis. This includes being left out of conversations, stigma around mothers with little children, and even sexual harassment. In Forbes, there was a survey in January 2021 where women said that online meetings had more structure and less scope for grandstanding, idle banter, and aggressive behavior, which tend to favor, honestly, men. There's also a lot of negative effects during the pandemic. So let's also look at some of the negative factors that may affect equality. Remote work doesn't mean living in a perfect world, although I wish it did. Another obvious reason why women go for remote options is to juggle work, household chores, and childcare. According to multiple studies, things got even worse during the COVID-19 pandemic. Average telecommuting moms spend 49 minutes more a day on housework, as well as 33 minutes more a day working with a child present compared to dads, which is based off of a 2020 Yale University study that we read. According to McKinsey, during the pandemic, working mothers have been twice as likely as fathers to do an extra 5 hours of domestic chores per day. It comes with no surprise that for many women, such additional workloads at home resulted in a drop in productivity and satisfaction from work. Remote work itself is not a cure of social problems. It's just a tool, and it can be used to worsen existing stereotypes about differences in gender roles. Alternatively, it can be used to create a much more equal opportunity for dads to be involved in childcare and building emotional bonds with their family, and for women to invest in their career. These trends make it clear that we need to respond to the needs of women in the workplace, especially when that workplace shifts to a home office. Doing so requires elevating the voices of women in companies and organizations, particularly in conversations about workplace decisions and the future of work. But again, I'm just a guy. What do you think? Do you think that gender equality can really be massaged into a more egalitarian model when we are working from home? Or do you think that working from home simply just provides more opportunities for women to be taken advantage of, not necessarily in the work environment, but in the home environment? I think there's probably a lot of truth to both of those, and we've been backing those up with data. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to be able to hear your thoughts. And if you hated this video, put that down in the comments below and downvote it. And if you really like this video, give it an upvote, because it's free. And I just sit here in this digital box all day long talking about remote work every single week. So come on back next time, and I will see you in the next video.